Hello, hello, hello. This is Unprofessional Opinion. I am Rashard.
And I'm Melody.
And today's topic is something that, we had subject experts. In fact, we have more videos coming out that have subject experts. Talking about today, it might scare a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it scared me when I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I wanted to say first, as a PSA.
Oh God.
That we need to be better friends to one another, and this is for the ladies out there. Don't let your friends walk around with lipstick on their teeth. You're not a good friend if you let your friend walk around with lipstick on their teeth. That's messed up. And second, stop letting your friends wear whatever the hell they want on their birthday. Just because it's your birthday does not mean that your body shape changes. So, if you're a woman of a certain age and you've had kids, 9 times out of 10, you buy the dress, you buy the Spanx. It's a waste of money to buy the dress and not wear the Spanx. It don't matter if you're skinny. It doesn't matter if you're a bigger woman. If you buy the dress, buy the goddamn Spanx, or don't wear the dress and take pictures. I don't care if you got the hottest dance in the club to okay for the birthday bitch. You still need to wear the Spanx if you're gonna buy the dress. Okay,
so
ladies? That's what my PSA to the ladies. Be better friends. Be better friends.
A video that appeared on like Facebook or something. Or not even Facebook. It was
and it was like somebody you like, oh, normally I thought, her shape is nice because she usually wears clothes that are appropriate. But I guess she just thought, it's my birthday. You only live once. So let it on.
Oh, God.
So, and I've seen it multiple times. Like, your birthday doesn't mean no Spanx. It doesn't. It means you're going to be the most uncomfortable of the day. It's going to be the most uncomfortable day of the year other than the day that you get married, because that wedding dress is, woof. That's awful. But you look beautiful. So do you have a PSA for the guys?
I don't have a PSA for the guys because I don't, you should have brought more context to that. That was, that's a broad statement. But that's what she chose to wear.
That's fine. I'm just saying.
And that's exactly what we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, be better friends. Stop taking a picture and saying my friend look good. No, that's messed up.
Well, okay, so the picture was from Texas. All right, so it was some club in Texas or whatever.
But the women know what I'm talking about, and I'm not pointing out anybody because, like I said, it don't matter if you're skinny. It don't matter if you're a bigger woman. If you're a woman of a certain age, you carry weight in certain areas that you didn't carry weight before. So wear the appropriate undergarments.
Boom.
When you're wearing that nice ass Tom Ford dress for your birthday. That's all I'm saying.
There it is. So, as always, we'll tag everybody that we support, like Nice Loren and Drip Scent, YBM, all these people that we support and that support us. We're gonna tag them in at the end of this. It'll be on the feed, so so we can get right to the topic because the topic is called Good Morning.
Yes, good morning.
And this was something that one of the things I didn't realize I was doing and that I failed to do, and then when I realized I failed to do it, and I tried the new Good Morning, which I try to do now every morning. We have a different outcome. So it's like, a lot of times people say it's not how you start the race. Well, in a relationship, it definitely is. It's how you start the race. It's how much energy you put into each other from the beginning, right? And
but it's not a sprint. It's
a marathon. So initially, we'll take it back. And I'll, we'll tie it all in. But it all started on a morning when Mel, she was pregnant with our second child, and she woke up in the morning and she was like,
something ain't right. This is a VBAC, so my first childbirth, my first pregnancy was a C-section. This is my first time experiencing labor, even though it's my second child. Completely different.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that definitely it was different.
But I could not sleep that night. I was like, my body temperature was just different. I just knew. I'm like, this is probably the day. I just knew.
So when it happened, and I was like, she's like, I'm gonna call a doctor, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'll take off of work just in case, you know. Thank God I did, because we went to the doctor's office, went to the what was the OBG, whoever she is. I don't know.
Yeah, my OB.
we went to her, and she's like, she went out of the office, and she came back. She was like, "You ready to have this baby?" And I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh, what?" You know. And I was just like sitting there thinking to myself. I was like, "Oh, you know."
He was like, "We got another week."
Yeah, I'm like, nah. I'm like, "You sure?" So, Mel's like, you know, she was like, whatever. And then she immediately told me, she was like, you know, we got to go to Target. I need something.
We didn't have a car seat. We did not have a car seat. We had just threw away all of our stuff.
First of all, the car seat we threw away, that was for like a 2-year-old. Not for an infant. We didn't have one.
We had a stroller, and we did have an infant car seat. It matched. And I threw it away. It probably, wasn't, because it was 8 years later. It probably didn't even work. But I just gave it away. So I was like, we gotta go to Target. We did not even have clothes to bring him home. We didn't have anything. I was just like, you know what? He's gonna be a week late. There's no way that he's coming on time. He said, psych, I'm coming a week ahead.
Yeah. So we went to Target. I think we even went back home. And the doctor's like, I'm gonna meet you guys at the hospital or whatever.
And she said, take your time.
Take your time. And we did. The appointment was like 9-10 o'clock in the morning. We didn't show up to the hospital till like 4:30. 3:30? Yeah, 3. Like, she was like, where y'all at?
I was waiting for you guys, and if I would have known, I wish I would have ate, because I didn't know I was gonna be in labor until 2 o'clock the next day.
Damn near 24 hours.
Yeah, no epidural until the next day.
Yeah. So, I had this feeling. I didn't know where it came from, but I had this feeling where I played a lot of jazz music. I had my laptop. I played a lot of jazz music. I had ESPN on the TV screen. I did a lot of annoying shit. I didn't know I was doing to her, and it made her. She was just pissed, because the contractions started kicking in, and she was just like, "What are you?" She was like, "Man, I wish I had somebody else here." Like, she was just like, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time. I just felt like doing it. I felt like, with Jaden, it was different. Mm-hmm. It was a C-section. There was a time. Boom, boom, boom. Rowan, it was like, okay, I can be there for the process, the whole process of him coming into this world. So I just was playing music. I played Roy Ayers. I played a lot of Miles Davis. I played a lot of on rotation, and a lot of instrumentals and things of that nature. Fast forward, he's
a superhero /
drummer.
He's always making beats.
Yeah.
He loves music. He will when he hears a song, he'll listen for it, and then he'll know the chorus by the next time it comes around.
Yeah, and so now he's singing the chorus.
His fingers.
So it was like, okay, I did that, not knowing, but he loves music, and he loves basketball and different sports. So it's kind of like I, indirectly implanted certain things into his makeup. And the reason why I say that is because
tap dancer.
Yeah, tap dancer. Yeah, definitely.
Break dancer.
Yep. So I did all those things. It was annoying to her. She was pissing her off. She's like, damn, I don't want to. Can you get
my exact words was, I wish my mom was here because she would slap the shit out of you. He was playing, like, you like that song? Like, I don't care about the song. I don't.
She was bouncing on the ball. You know the ball they give you? She's bouncing on the ball. And I was like, see, that's how you got here in the first place, you know? And she was like...
You went to go get food.
I did.
Starving.
Yeah, I did. I went to go get food. I was hungry. And they wasn't trying to feed me, you know? And everything was closed around us. So, you know, whatever. So, when we speak of good morning, this topic, good morning, right? Every morning, I have a habit of waking up 30 minutes before I technically have to leave, put my clothes on, do all my bathroom stuff, and I'm out the door. Mm-hmm. No kiss, no hug, no nothing. I'm out the door, right? And I notice, you know, we have to kind of, she wakes up and she got to kind of, you know, I'm busy at work and now she's trying to find out how my morning is going, right? She's trying to find out what I'm doing or how I'm feeling or, you know, whatever. She's just trying to find out. She's searching for information. I don't know if it's a female thing or whatever, but that's what she was searching for, right? And so what ended up being, she was exhausted by the end of the day with trying to subtract information from me, was also bringing her energy level down. And you know, stuff you just don't pay attention to. It was like, we've been together for so many years. Why do I need to do all these things, mm-hmm. right? Well, fast forward, even now, the good morning. We tried something different.
Yeah.
We tried something that was like heartfelt. We got up in the morning, you know, if I had to be to work, you know, if I had to get up or be to work at 8, I would wake up at 5 and I would whisper something in her ear or kind of tell her, you know, hey, I love you, or are you thinking about something? Mm-hmm. You want to talk about, you know, and instantly our mornings were better. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, maybe she had a dream or maybe something that was in her head yesterday.
Yeah, right down until today.
Yeah, you know, because stores close every night. You know, they clean up and they close the store. If you left some stuff on the counter from last night, mm-hmm. you got to go back and clean that counter off before you start the day. Why not start fresh?
Right. And also, like starting the night the way you want to, you know, in the morning. This is how we came to this. I had said, I had went to sleep and I went with like just thinking of like just real positive things. I was thinking about a place that I would like to vacation, a place that I would, you know, one day want to purchase a home for us to have, positive, you know, thoughts, yeah. and I was just really in like a really good positive spirit when I went to sleep. And when I woke up the next day, I woke up in the same positive mood, mm-hmm. because I was thinking the same thing as him. I'm like, maybe, you know, I'm not giving what I used to give, and that's why I'm exhausted, and that's why he's exhausted. He's just running out of the house. And so then I wake up in the morning, and we would have that conversation, and we would cuddle, and then sometimes I would drift right back off into sleep. He would drift back off into sleep, and then we would get up and you know, have that. Say something good to one another, that we love one another, and then you know, part ways, yeah. and continue those conversations throughout the day, not just you call and I'm telling you about how, you know, the kids. Exactly.
Positive energy. Mm-hmm. So, and that's exactly what we're talking about here. So we keep that going. I mean, I know you guys see Sage, and you know, we wear beads and we do all these things. Some people find that strange, but we search for that, mm-hmm. you know, not knowing, but we search for those tools and that feeling, those vibrations. We search for them, right? And I've always been called strange because I've always thought in that manner. I just didn't know what it was until till now. I'm starting to realize what it is. I've been in tune with, because she used to say it all the time, like, what are you talking about?
Right. And I've dreamt about both of my babies before they were before I seen them. I knew what they were gonna look like. I knew that I would have them. That's why I know I'm not gonna have any more. I haven't dreamed of any more kids.
Definitely practicing.
And I've dreamed of my nieces and nephews. I knew what they were gonna look like. So I've always been like connected, and I'm not saying it's psychic ability.
No.
It's not. It's just when you
It's
really
vision.
like you have like when you quiet your mind.
Yeah.
You know, you'll get those answers to some of those questions that you need if you can get the negativity to die down in your head. And also, like I can shake somebody's hand and just know like this ain't, I'm never gonna probably talk to you again. Because it's just something you get from like reading them. It doesn't happen often. Most of the time I get really good energy from people, but sometimes I'll walk in because I feel like your energy walks into the room before you do. And sometimes it could be it may not be something that they even do. It's just something that like their energy just don't mesh well with yours, so it's draining. So yeah, people will say to me like, you're mean, like, and I get so irritated because nobody ever wants to listen to me. I'm mean and I'm crazy and I'm standoffish
Until that person does something.
Yeah, they do something. I'm like, I told you it was just not. It was something not right.
Yeah.
I told you. I don't know when y'all gonna listen.
And it's happened. So you know, in saying that,
we all have it.
we all have it. We just got to sit there and listen and be patient and understand that, you know, it's stuff being said to us on a daily basis. We're just not paying attention to it. So, you know, not to scare anybody if I do, you know, but I'm just saying, even in a relationship, like
Yes.
some things that I was doing with her, just you know, nonverbal cues. I threw those out the window. There's no more nonverbal anything.
Yeah, we have to be very clear.
Yeah, we're gonna be vocal about a lot of stuff, right? And it's helping. You know, people say check in with your friend. Check in. You know what about checking in the person that you land next to? Check in with them.
Yeah, why are you closing your eyes and going to sleep and not checking in with the person that's right next to you? That's like, to me, that's a little dangerous. Like, you need to do those mental check-ins because you're going to sleep next to this person. That's the person you should be checking in with.
Yeah. We something, you know, I'll throw this, you know, I say my nuggets. I'm gonna throw this nugget out there. Men, you get a chance to do this, try it. Sit next to your woman and just say what's up and say nothing else. And just stare and listen and absorb anything. And listen with an open mind and an open spirit, and don't feel any kind of, just let it flow out. Because, you know, I did that the other day, and I heard things I've never heard before. And it was truth telling. It was very positive. But it also lifted a lot of weight. Lifted a lot of weight. And it was something that I heard it from a motivational speaker, and he was just saying, you know, when you listen, you got to eliminate fear, right? So, you know, usually fear in our head, you know, we don't know exactly what it is, but we don't want to feel it. It's almost like pain. Most of us have broken bones. We don't want to feel that again. We don't want to feel pain. So, it's one of those things where I don't want to know. Well, you know what? You should know because it's probably eating at her. You know, so just try that. I tried it, man. It was good.
Yeah, and
it was real good.
And it also, it's a thing, like how your relationship starts may not be how it is right now. Like I may have been the person that's in the situation, the spot where he is right now, where he's where I feel like he needs me to pull from him a little bit more than I did in the beginning. In the beginning, it was the opposite. You were pulling,
or just being just a motivational tool.
Yeah,
but I'm hyper, so.
but things, I'm like up and down.
Yeah,
like, my whole personality is up. Some days I'm like, I'm jumping off the roof, and then other days I'm like so zen and so chill. I don't want anybody in the house to talk. So it's just you have to know, like, it's not always going to be the same. There may be some times where you're going to have to pull that energy out of your spouse and stop walking around thinking like life is just about what's going on in your head. Like, ask a question, because you will walk around having this whole. We posted a poll. Do you win the arguments in your head?
And nobody caught the, like, I was hoping somebody would hit me and be like, you know.
I said it to him.
And I was like, I put it up there because it was a question. It was like, do you win the argument in your head? It's like, okay, duh. No, you don't.
The answer has
How
to
do
be
you
no.
win when you're fighting against yourself?
You're fighting yourself.
How do you win?
It's a lose-lose situation.
Lose. So
most of the people say yes. Yeah, you can't win an argument with yourself.
You can't. It's hard.
Why are you arguing with yourself?
Because, but I think too, because most couples we start that conversation in our head so we can try to absorb, whatever's coming to us. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We try to like prepare ourselves for the blow, but it goes back to what I was saying. If you're listening with open heart, mm-hmm. you're listening with no bias whatsoever.
You're not trying to win.
You're not trying to win?
Because there's no winner if you're opposing and not listening to what your partner is saying. Like, you need to just validate it. Mm-hmm. You don't have to, like, be in total agreement with it. But validate those feelings and consider it. Stop trying to answer the question right then and there. Like, I've learned that I'm just listening. I need to get back to you because I need to think about what I'm going to say. I want to pray over it. I want to take a walk. Yeah. And I want to actually hear what you have to say so I'm not offended, because maybe it has nothing to do with me and I shouldn't be offended. Yeah. And then I'll come back and I'll give you an answer. Mm. And that took me some time because I am
opinionated.
And I snap back and it's not nice all the time. So I just don't want to be that person because I don't want to pass that on to my children. So
I feel bad for whoever my kids bring home.
Because I can't
get it.
I'm so good to my sister-in-laws. But this is your children. It's different. But I feel like women should look out for women. Okay. So I'm not, and that's how my grandmother, my great grandmother was to my grandmother. That was her mother-in-law. She treated her like that was her daughter. Yeah. My mother-in-law treats me like she's my mother. I feel like she picked up where my mother left off. So I wouldn't do that to another woman.
So, in closing.
Plus, I need somebody to cut my mustache because we're hairy when we get old, and I don't have no daughters, so I'm gonna need a daughter-in-law to shave me when I get old. So I gotta be nice to somebody.
This is what I have to go through, people. So, listen, I thank you guys again for tuning in with us and being here with us day in and day out. We're on YouTube. You can catch this on YouTube and 4 more other shows and some good conversations and things that we probably just need to hear one day. You know what I mean? And we want to spread that we want to grow that conversation. That's why the question was out there: do we win that argument in our head? But now, we give a different opinion because we're unprofessional. Yes. And that's what we want. And at the same time,
we want to challenge your thoughts and your opinion. We want you to come up with
to come up with the answer. But man, all in all,
in the sky.
Don't Google it. It's a good one though. And ask it. We'll answer next week. Listen, this is Unprofessional Opinion. I am Rashard.
And I'm Melody.
Listen,
y'all take care of yourself.
We love you guys, and I appreciate it. And thank you for listening. And buy some sweatshirts, man.
Yes.